So, we're going up against the Mamoswine Doubters, the infamous bombastic side-eye Mamoswines.
Emerald Miner and Raymond. We three are qualified for playoffs.
Hopefully we can make it happen. This guy is the #1 ranked player in the league, so it's going to be an uphill battle. So he is going to go ahead and lead with the Dunsparce, as he's going to go for a Boom Burst. What? And he's just going to one-shot us. So choice specs to Dunsparce, is that what we're dealing with right now? And we go down to 5, so I am blown away right now. I can't even believe that.
This is the finals of the Battle Hub Draft League, and we are going up against our Week 3 opponent, Raymond. So get a little bit of rock strip. Ooh, knockoff! That's a great play on their part. I should have gone out my other guy. My greed got me. Raymond is the Pokemon Scholar.
There's so many ways to counterplay Dugtrio, and the fact that that's his main Terra Captain.
The Azelf. But they do have Scarf Dougie in the back, which is going to come in clutch here, because it is now going to Terra Ground on this Annihilate, and that EQ is easily going to be able to take out the Annihilate here. And that's going to be GG's to Raymond, securing their second win, as Dougie is going to come in and trap this thing. So Delphox is a Terra Captain, so Raymond makes a good play here of trying to scout and see what they are. And they are indeed Terra Blast Grass, so that means that this Dougie won't be able to not just knock it out with an Earthquake. They're going to go for the Flamethrower. So we'll see if they want to switch out. They are going to Terra Blast Ice, though. They came prepared for something like this, so they will be able to hit it super effectively. Big play for Raymond here. We'll see if this is able to actually knock out the Delphox in one hit, though, as it is indeed. Now they are going to go for the Swords Dance, though, and this might be the beginning of the end. Ice Shard is just raw going to kill, and you can see the disbelief in Stefan's face. But the Eerie Impulse, actually, I'm not sure if I've ever seen that be used in singles, primarily a doubles move. So we are here for the playoffs of the Battle Hub Draft League Season 2. We have Do you have something? This is a choice banded, if I'm not mistaken. So, its item was, but unfortunately, because of the life orb, I believe this is going to die to that life orb damage, and that's going to be it for Stefan in the Battle Hub Draft League playoffs. So, this play will be eliminated, and Raymond will advance to the finals of Season 2. So we're going to be in the finals for the second time.
In that initial ranking, we didn't really take player skill into account, and I have to say, after this season, I have no problem admitting that I think Raymond is one of the best battlers that I've seen in Gen 9, to be completely honest with you. He's definitely proven that he has a real versatility. He has a knack for bringing unpredictable sets that work. He always seems like he's in control of the game. So I know I've played him a couple of times. I know you've played him a couple of times.
Yep.
And every time I play him and every time I watch one of his games, I always get the feeling that he's in control. Even if one of his Pokemon just got knocked out, or even if he's down numbers against his opponent, it always feels like he's got something up his sleeve. It always feels like he has the momentum behind him, and it is very, very difficult to try and take that away from him.
All right, folks, we have finally made it. The finals of the Battle Hub Draft League Season 2. As Raymond was crowned champion for the second time, the Pokemon Scholar and Viola.
And obviously, any team that Raymond puts together is S, so we're going to put Raymond in S tier, and we're going to end the video there.
You took the joke right out of my mouth again. I was going to be like, so I'll kick this one off. There's no debate needed. Raymond won the first 2 seasons, so we're not even going to talk about his team. S tier.
Alright, people, the time has come for the Season 3 quarterfinals, and our opponent is none other than Raymond. Once again, this is going to be our 5th encounter. If we do outspeed, they're not Scarf. Are they Sash? They're not even Sash! We just go down Gamora! Let's go! We are looking fantastic, folks. Fantastic. On once and for all. Ogerpon going down is fantastic. So KO by Lucario.
Yep.
And the fantastic thing is, in this position, this Archaludon is the only thing that can come in realistic is Whimsicott. As they do indeed go out into the Whimsicott. Fairy is perfectly fine. So they're gonna go for the Terra Fairy boosted Moonblast. We'll see if they're like specs or something like that. I should still be able to live. JK, I don't. They're specs. So this thing is gonna get a defense boost, unfortunately. I probably should have read that and gone for close combat, because then I just won. We'll see how much the speed does. Doesn't do anything. Switch! This is fantastic for us! It doesn't matter what they do now. Lucario just wins. Well, they could be Chople Berry, though. It all comes down to this. Are they Chople Berry? If they're not, we win, because this does 98% min. They're chipped from the rocks as well. And we know they're not Scarf, they're not anything. It's just this, all it stands in the way of moving on to the semifinals and finally defeating Ray in playoffs is this Archaludon. Please, take this thing out. Come on, it's 1v1 at the end, the final climactic showdown. Come on. Attack this thing goes for. That's going to be GG's. I knew they were Chople at the end, too. And in this match, I think Iron Valiant has an even better matchup versus both this Excalibur and Archaludon.
And just kind of go from there. He's probably going to do the same thing, so we might lose our items here turn 1, but that's okay. I'm just going to knock. He does, yep, we do both. We do exchange knockoffs, that's fair. He gets a lot of damage, that's Choice Bandit. That's 100% Choice Bandit, Jesus. So we're going to knock that off as well. Bandit was a crazy bring. This is why he's a champion, bro. I can't be mad. Alright, I really hope he's not going to have like Prankster with, Prankster T-Wave with a Choice Band. But I mean, this is Raymond we're talking about, he could 100% have it. Let's see what happens. He does go for the Thunder Wave, oh, but he misses! Oh, that's a huge miss. By being the first to eliminate Raymond from playoffs.
Alright, people, we are back for the Battle Hub Draft League Season 4.
I will talk about Scholar and Viler Raymond and the power team he has drafted this season. So, from top to bottom, we have the Latios, no Excalibur this time. We got the base form Ogerpon, which is the only one that can actually hold an item. That is also important to note. We got the brand spanking new for the BHDL this season anyway, Terrapagos, the Pokemon that will not die.
Now, as long as this freaking bunny does not miss any of its moves, theoretically, we should sweep from here. Because this Flounder, oh, he's a bulky Flounder. I hope he's not Choice Scarf. I hope he's not Choice Scarf. I hope he's not Choice Scarf. Yep, well, Cinderace is not going to sweep, actually. Nope. Nope, nope. Are you Scarf Latios as well?
Alright, people, we are back once again for the 4th season playoffs of the Battle Hub Draft League.
As you guys can see, at the top we have good old Raymond, the good old 2-time BHDL champion who I can't remember. Actually, that was 3. It was Scorpius #1. So I can't remember if any of the other 2 seasons he's won, if he was the #1 seed. I know he was in season 2. Can't remember if he was in season 1 or not, but if he was, and you know, so that's pretty impressive. 3 out of 4 seasons, just ending it at top 1. And then you have Raymond, who has never been eliminated in the quarterfinals, but at the same time, he's never in the BHDL beaten Pokemaster. So
I know on Ray. I think the smart money is probably on Ray. I mean, I just know that he's gonna have some crazy techs. All right, people, we have finally made it. It is time for the finals, the championship to win it all. The classic, Raymond makes it all the way to finals, as you guys can see. And know that he's made it with his mascot, the Mamoswine himself. But we'll see if they're doubting themselves too much in the finals.
Yeah, so I know Ray was really excited to draft Blaziken. And, I don't think the mon is broken with Terra by any means. I think Ray has used it really well.
Let's do it. He's going to lead off with Blaziken immediately, which I think is a very good lead into me. Well, for Stone Edge immediately. Oh, he tried to predict the Zapdos lead, and he misses immediately. The two-time former champion of the Mamoswine Doubters, owning the Pokemon Viola and being graduated to Pokemon Scarlet. We got the Mamoswine Doubters coached by Raymond, who picked up not only his signature Chen Pao from that first season, but also Giratina, or as we'll be mostly referring to it this season, Girly Tina.
In a sense, almost the collapse of Ray this season, right? So, like, this is the first time in 5 seasons of Battle Hub Draft League that Ray was not only not in the top 4, not even close to the top 4, and was a whisper away from being eliminated and not even making it to playoffs. So,
what's crazy, I actually don't like it when people compliment me when I'm doing good, because it I don't know what it is. It just puts like mental pressure on me.
Yeah.
And I feel like the same thing has happened to Ray, except in his case, instead of it being in my situation where it's just throughout the course of a season, for him, it's just throughout the course of his career. He's historically, like Bernard said, been the best coach in the league. And I feel like this season was just the season where it finally caught up. Like the pressure is just getting, well, it's a thought, and it's just something I know from talking to Ray.
Like, I was experiencing it last season, a little bit this season, just like burnout, like just having to consistently maintain that high level of expectation, which with anybody would have. I mean, having to try to keep on maintaining that level of excellence that he always does. But
as for my final verdict, I will say a wise man once said, "Never bet against Raymond." And that wise man's name was, you guessed it, yours truly. Having said that, my vote goes to King Burra.
I am gonna be happy if King Bora wins because he is a good friend, and I think he will be the same way. But at the same time, if I win, it would be just another stressful week of preparing, and I'm already tired. Like, it's not high stake for me, and even though people like Captain Bernard, this is like the change of guard in his opinion, which I respectfully disagree with, because in my opinion, and I think most people's opinions, the change of guard happened in the last season of finals. The finals were when, for me personally, when the change of guard happened from the strongest player being me to strongest player being my good friend Scorpion. But yeah, this week I have been just, instead of like preparing for King Bura, watching how he plays, what he brings. And I was mostly like watching the old BHDL videos, reminiscing of the old times. And sleep powder, oh, that's very smart. We do hit the Zapdos is gone. Ooh, crit. Huge crit. Well, good job, Blaziken. Good job, Blaziken. Let's hope he doesn't go for sleep powder now. Okay, great. Great, we are focused, Sash. Chin Power should take Lilligant out. Strongest dark attack I have. From Adam and Chin Power. There we go. He didn't go for the sleep powder. We won with 1 HP. Unless he is like... No, he's not terrible when I hit him. Oh man. He didn't go for the sleep powder. That was why we won. Now with 1 HP. We won, guys. What a crazy game, King Bura. Ooh.
So they're facing off once again in the playoffs here. And Raymond has yet to be able to beat him. Just similar to how I have never beaten Raymond in the playoffs, so...
We're going to Tailwind here. He goes for Flare Blade, so he is Scarfed. Does he kill us? Welcome to Battle Hub Draft League Season 7 Cap.
So, I agree with just about everything you guys said. First thing I want to say is that I do think I agree with Emerald 100%. I think I would go even farther, and I would say this is hands down the best team that Ray has put together on paper of any of his teams.
I think he's going to be very, very happy to hear you say that.
Yes, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will be. So yeah, this is a phenomenal team on paper. I don't see one major flaw to this team, to be honest with you guys. I see a couple of minor flaws, but I see no major flaws with this team.
Same.
And yeah,
same.
Bravo.
There you
well
have
done
it.
getting this at the 9th spot, which usually most people would not want to get, but he got everything.
that is
he
like
wanted.
the worst. That is like the worst spot in the draft order, in my opinion. And look at Ray; he made the most of it in a big way.
For sure. All right, let's rank it top of S. I think above Stefan as well. Easy. I also think
This is an easy.
could definitely be the best team in the league. We've still got quite a few teams to go, but I think it's definitely up there.
He looks pathetic.
In a sense, almost the collapse of Ray this season, right? Not even close to the top 4.
He's historically been the best coach in the league.
Just like burnout, like just having to consistently maintain that high level of expectation.
Even though Season 7 is not over and I'm still in playoffs. However many weeks I have left, 1, 2, probably just 1. This is it, and I've made my mind on retiring. And this will be a thank you message. And before I go to that, I want to say that I've just lost passion for battling. The experience I always had with Pokemon was not just about training my team and trying to do my best, but it also was about interacting with people that I've been playing with. And like I've said, ever since losing Discord, the amount of people I've been interacting was less than half of the active coaches. And even then I just didn't feel like part of the community, and this wasn't BHDL's fault and it wasn't my fault, it's just how the life happened to be, and I'm not blaming anyone for this. And unfortunately I've been feeling more and more anxious and just generally annoyed, and not only because of my life but also because of the high expectations people always set on me after my amazing performance in the first 4 seasons. And I'm not blaming them for people for thinking that when I like only have 5-4 record, that it's not up to my standards. I agree, and I do agree that I'm a shadow of my former self, unfortunately. It's not because the competition got stiffer. I think BHDL always had incredible talent and roster of coaches. It's just that I've got tired of, it's very difficult to maintain this high level of consistency in such a difficult league like this. And for me, my goal was always to make playoffs, and then anything else was a bonus. And the fact that I managed to win not just once, but twice, and somehow even managed to go to the finals again, where I only lost to the best coach ever to exist in BHDL, is just incredible. And when people say that I've done this, 2-time champion, I've never been prideful. I've always been very surprised, like how things happen this way. And I'm probably one of the most humble champions because I don't like bragging about my wins. It's, if anything, bragging about me being a 2-time champion is downplaying how good people were and are in BHDL. So I wanted to thank those people, and I will go since it's my last video for BHDL. I mean, besides the players, but you get what I'm trying to say. Since it's my parting video, I want to give a special thanks to everyone. So I want to start with Scorpion, the owner of Battle Hub Draft League, my good friend, for organizing the seasons from Season 2 to Season 7 and letting me to be a part of Season 5 and Season 7. Even though I am not on Discord, he gave me that special privilege and he was always around to support me, so thank you, Scorp. I wanna thank Birado, the previous owner, for inviting me and making this experience possible. I want to thank my good friends, Emerald Miner, one of the GOATs, my fellow finalist in Season 1, the person that gave me admiration and motivation to do better after I played with him on Season 1 regular season. And he's been just one of the most kind-hearted people I have met online. I want to thank other good friends of mine, Al and King Bura, who have been very kind to me and supported me over there when I've lost access to the main server, so I'm very grateful to you for that. Also people like Cody, who has been around and HIM has also been around, Adam Operator. I also want to thank people that I've been given the chance to play with in BHDL. So without any order, Brandon, the fellow the commissioner of Battle Hub Draft League, Captain Beanart, who I've unfortunately not been able to. I'm going to miss seeing him in playoffs. I would really love for PGs to win sometime eventually. But yeah, Daba is not really one of the most creative coaches I've seen in BHDL. Icy Dude, an incredible coach. Very difficult games all the times that I've played with him. Stefan, creative and fun guy to be around. HIM, like I've said, GOAT, the professional attitude he has and the amount of respect he has for other people is unmatched, I think. Pokemaster 88, one of the most dedicated people I know about the draft leagues, and Arcaniner was always happy to battle with you. Let me see, so I don't forget anyone. I will be just going from the season to season. So season 3, right? I'm looking at the tab. Roller, Anastasia, Lazy Boy, people I have played with and really enjoyed my battles, and while I was on Discord they were very nice to be around. So the new people from season 5, DRVR, Lucario Man, which I've sadly didn't get to play. I'm not really sure if Lucario Man is active over there, but yeah. Sadly, I didn't get to talk much to DRVR. The only information I have about him is the one that Scorpion tells to me, and he only says the good stuff about DRVR. So, unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to talk to him. And yeah, I've always been happy to battle with you guys, and BHDL has been a very big part of my life, and I would be very happy to retire as one of the greatest coaches, and I hope so. I hope that I can give you people one last battle. Let's be honest, we know that I'm going to play against Scorp. Playing against Scorp has been one of the few unfortunate curses of my BHDL career. No shade to Scorpion, because it's always like sometimes when you are great at something there's going to be one person who is just slightly better than you, and unfortunately I've had this like curse that like Emerald has against me, that in the playoffs I always just lose to Scorp and nobody can beat him before I face him. So yeah, but still I hope that I can give you guys one last battle before the retirement, and thank you all. This was Raymond, the two-time champion, like people say, and I've been very lucky to my dream was to make Azumarill champion, my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I'm very happy that this dream came true in Season 2. Season 2 team was my favorite, and I think it was prime me when I was able to win with Dracloak on my team, and in Season 2 in general, as you saw, like the amount of cooking and different Pokemon I used was unmatched. My only regret about this video is that in Season 4 the most games I've had was against people who don't record, and I've been streaming all those games, but they unfortunately are lost to time and they were on my old computer, so I didn't get them saved, unfortunately. But season 4 was my best record, 8-1 plus 21, which is only rivaled by Al, who is 8-1 and plus 22. And very funnily and ironically, in those seasons, so when I was 8-1, my only loss was to Al, and this season Al's only loss is to me, so that's, I find it very funny. But yeah, I wish I could upload more of the season 4, but I still hope you guys enjoyed this parting gift of mine, and this was made from the bottom of my heart. So I love you all, and BHDL has been an incredible experience for me.